Hey, do you have some problem with your pelvis area? Do you have some stiffness and tightness in there, or is it actually uneven? Is there some kind of a rotation going on, and it may cause pain? It may cause an ability to move the way you want to. Many times we think that there's something wrong with the bones. So there's actually maybe one leg is shorter than the other, or some kind of a structural problem. But most of the time the problems are functional, and they can be fixed with functional training, specific functional training, not just any training. Okay, so if there is one thing that many people have is that the back is arched like this. So the middle back, or the lower back rather, is there's too much arch in there, so the pelvis is turned forward. For some people there is posterior pelvic tilt, so the pelvis is turned backwards, whoops, and then the spine is too flat. For some people it's left or right, and for some people is that it's turned forward from the right side or from the left side. And this is caused by the soft tissues. So if your hip flexors and front thighs and the fascia here is tight, then it pulls the pelvis forward and it puts arch on your back, puts pressure in there. If your hamstrings are too tight, just really tight, it can pull your pelvis backwards and you can have a too flat back. And then you don't have the normal movement in there, and that's why the fluids don't get going. And when you try to move it, like in the normal day-to-day life, or you try to do some sports, it just doesn't move. And sometimes, for example, if you work at the office or something, and you sit like this, that you have always, or most of the time, your right hip in flexion, and left hip is not in flexion, then you have these asymmetries. Also, of course, if you have some accident happened or something, some muscles may have gone weak and they're not firing right. But all of these can be actually solved with training. So, if we have tightness in the front, we need to start doing good exercises where we stretch the right positions. And if we have left-right imbalances, we need to just see if there is stiffness on the right or on the left, and start to stretch the weaker side or the stiffer side. Same thing in hamstrings, same things with your glutes, same thing with your rotational movements and integrated movements where we stretch like the whole fascial lines from your glute to your shoulder and from your hips to your front shoulder. Check out the link below. I have gathered 2 control exercises and 2 of these integrated movement exercises, and also basic lift strengthening exercises which you can do after you have done the control exercises and the movement exercises. These exercises test you. They test the right and left, and they test the control of your back muscles, your hamstrings, and your glutes. So do this test, go through the video lesson, and you will find out whether there is some problems, and you will find the movements that you should do to have a healthy back. I specialized in functional back training for over a decade. I've done strength and conditioning training for 18 years, but when I was 26, I had a really bad bulge in disc, and I have lots of these functional problems with my back, also with my knees, with my shoulders, aches and pains, and after the bad bulge, it was I couldn't get my socks on. I had to go work on these kind of movements, and I really specialized them, and now I have helped tens of thousands of people. I literally have right now 24,000 customers in functional back training exercises, and actually over 1 million people have watched my videos in the last year. So try these exercises. Many people have great benefits from them, and let's build you also a healthy, functioning and strong back.